So behind me, this rock is not stable at all. So behind me, we have the polytunnel that we have been meaning to put up for about 3 years now. I think when COVID happened and then we had a baby, we just put it off because we do not have any flat ground. All of the rest of the land we have is steep. It's on a hill, and we cannot access a machine, and we don't own a machine. So if you want to put a greenhouse anywhere, you have to level the site yourself, which means a lot of digging, which is why my hands are totally destroyed. Eventually, we leveled the site with some help from a friend, but it's done. And we can now put up our kind of crappy greenhouse. It's a little bit rusty, and we don't really know if it's going to last very long. We decided to put it in this location because it is south-facing. It is relatively protected from the very strong winds that we get on this island. To access fruit trees here, you have to order them from the various stores and the cooperative that have a selection that you can choose from. But you may order, say, 100 fruit trees, and which are like 20 different varieties. And probably 10 will arrive and you'll get 6 varieties. That's just our experience, and typically the fruit trees arrive in sometimes an okay condition, but a lot of the times they are not healthy. And the fact that you can't get varieties that are necessarily suited to this climate is also an issue. Growing things from seed is very tedious. We all know and love, like I personally miss, being able to go to a plant nursery where you can just buy anything you want, just like total free access to like everything. Here we don't have any of that. I decided to try and figure out a good way of getting plants here, which isn't easy because to put plants on the airplane, they have to get here honestly within like 2 weeks for them to survive. Otherwise they don't survive, they just arrive dead. I would like to see a wider variety of plants here. So I thought it would be really cool if we tried to open a plant nursery, seeing as that's kind of what we do anyway. Yeah, I think for people to have access to different kinds of berries, like loganberries, golden raspberries, dwarfing fruit trees, more medicinal herbs that you can't get here, and obviously your flowering perennials, all of which they're adapted to this climate, would be, I think like people would be really excited about that. Alright, Freddie, where do we begin? You are a trip, little Frey. This right?
Yeah. Let's get it lined up so I can get it won't be so high on this side.
Please don't push me in the front. Yeah.
Just go on the inside or the outside, you know. Is it attached to here?
Other way around. Is
this?
Oh wait. Oh no, I don't know. No, it must be the other way. But yeah, how's that gonna go?
Maybe this one's like the side one. It doesn't go on here. It goes on the other one, like that corner.
Let me just go. Are you stuck? Are you stuck? Why'd you go there in the first place? Spiky spray. Spiky. Can you not right now?
Okay.
I'm gonna drop that on my phone. Can you help me? This is definitely not the way to do a dream house, just saying. Oh my god.
Going like this. There she goes. Give her a chance and she'll finally get there.
Can you get down? Can you sit down? Sit.
He's going to decide when it's 5 days a girl after all.
That's fine. I don't care. I don't like this.
Okay, so lift it up on your edge there. You need to come through there.
What?
We need to take it this way.
This way? Go! Go! Cow goes. Cow goes.
Oh, there fell the foot.
What's up, little man?
So I was long enough to play park.
Oh, we have a child in the air that just don't care. What do you need? Pray, pray. What do you need? Hey.
How's the crunch coming? Ooh, thank you, Frey, for the sharp scissors almost in my eyeball. That was wonderful of you to bring them to me.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
he almost stabbed me in the butt with them, trying to get them out.
Right, that is fine. Thank you.
He's
Let's
really
put them up
bad
the
at
shed where they're
taking
safe.
stuff out of my pockets. Like, I can't keep anything in my pockets anymore.
This part, yeah.
No, he fell. What is going on?
You gotta ride the ladder on the way down. Make sure you put weight. If there's things on one side, you gotta shift the weight to the other side. Ride the ladder on the way down.
What do you mean on the way down?
Because it's gonna sink into the soil, isn't it? You gotta make sure if it sinks on one side, you shift your weight to the other side so it goes back and forth. Not all to one side or you fall off. You know the game.
How anyone puts it
Don't hang on to the frame. Don't be weight on that. Break it. It's massive.
I can pull it from
Just make sure you don't catch it on the bolts.
there. I know what
You know? Do you know?
What the fuck you guys do?
Hi, Frank! Mommy and Daddy building the house. Apparently on this side, oh, that was a wasted effort.
What?
Putting a trench on that side.
Oh.
It's good though, it opens up the whole thing. Fresh air and you catch that, still don't.
You made it kind of better.
Oh, hi!
So whilst I was helping Frey do a nap, Magnus just came through and put in long pieces of iron around the frame. You can see it's like squished the frame, but it's whatever, it doesn't matter. I think he's put in 4 of these. Yeah, we've got 4 of these around the outside, and this is just to really stop the frame from going airborne, because we can't bury the plastic for this type of greenhouse very well. There isn't much overhang at all, and the wind comes through here, westerly winds. If the gusts are really strong, although we do have hedging and we've got cryptomeria trees growing in now for like a windbreak, this area does get hit really hard. So yeah, we'll see what happens, whether or not the frame, you know, might get bent. I mean, as long as the greenhouse doesn't shift, everything should be fine.
People knew her by her will, to make it whatever she put her mind to. Late night hours up the hill, serving coffee to strangers, talking about revenue. She kept dreaming of a world big enough for everyone, but she knew it must rain before it grows. She kept dreaming of the day butterflies survive the wheel, even though she got knocked down and never showed. Dear Lily, where'd you go? Where's your heart at? Why'd you fall back? Lately your afterglow is shining brighter, waking up an easy egg.
Can you lift this off? Whoa, thank you. Good job, Ray. Thank you. Drop your cucumber. Oh, I'm sorry. We can always get you another one. It's like turn in front of me. Alright, bud. Yeah, there's way more cucumbers over here. If that's what you needed, is cucumbers. We do like our cucumbers, don't we? We do like our cucumbers. Have you come to help Mummy? We have a man using his fancy new tool. A hedge trimmer.
Hi, Frey. How's it going? Look what Dad got. What do you think?
Magnus, why do we have incenso and not nice pretty hedging?
Because it was already here, because it grows wild and took over. So we might as well use what's already here,
Yeah,
established.
so
These trees are like 30 years old and huge. They grow a lot faster than a row of freshly planted yearlings.
So we have finally finished putting up this greenhouse. It's not as resistant to windstorms as we had potentially thought it might be. So we're going to have to put strips of plastic over the hoop multiple times and anchor it down on either side using posts. We'll also go through and put more stakes, anchor the frame down to the ground using stakes, and yeah, and then I think after that it'll be good. The plastic itself is actually really quite wind resistant. It's just the frame is a little bit smaller, and usually we use the plastic to anchor the frame down to the ground, but there's not enough overhang, so we can't do that. I've got all my little seedlings outside because it's super hot because it's July. I put a flower border here, which is just temporary for now. Eventually this garden bed here will be moved backwards and we'll have 3 garden beds here. And we'll also turn this guinea pen here, which has a really good wood frame. We'll turn it into a Wendy house, which for those who don't know, a Wendy house is basically a kids play area. And I'm gonna keep much of the trellis to use the back part as a trellis for passion fruit or something else, which will provide a really cute space for kids to play in the shade, which is actually right in the middle of the whole garden. So it's very ideal. Last thing, we got down this Cryptomeria stump here, and we are actually going to use that to build just a little storage area here / place where I can put more plants. So what's really missing in this garden is a place where we can hang our tools. So we're going to use one of our old solar panels as the roof and make it so we can have electricity to charge our power tools, plus we'll need a fan for the greenhouse. Otherwise, like, some of my seedlings may get disease problems. And yeah, it's going to be a really cool space in this little corner.